All right, what's up, guys? So I just want to make this quick video, recap kind of how trading went today and kind of go over it and just how it went. So let's go over some stuff. So first thing is initially started the day flat and took my first position in YM. Okay. So if we go back here, I'm going to delete this. And so, okay, we're taking a look at this. You can see here that this orange candle here, maybe more clear on the 15-minute. Let it load up. There we got sell signals here. So what we're seeing is you can see sell signal on these time frames, and this orange indicates, okay, we have multiple time frames with sell signals. So we had a 30-minute and 15-minute sell signals on this trade. And on top of that, we had a strong trend. You can see these are ADX readings here. And you can see 51, 59, 51, 39, 42, very strong. Granted, these were higher um, or lower, sorry, before we made this move lower, but we can take a look at what the actual readings were. Okay, so you can still see they're pretty high, 43, 53, 44, 36, 43. Okay, so this had relative weakness going into today. It was a little bit of rotation once again, right? Okay, wow, we got some alerts going off here. So on top of that, what we were looking for is we basically were looking for a flush. Now, my target was initially um, this. Let's dive back out here. And I was looking at, okay, the retracement of, we go to the lower time frames, the retracement of this move right here. So from this high essentially to this low, I wanted to look, okay, what does a 50% retracement look like from that? Okay. And so this was our first initial target. We go to the 30-minute. Here was our sell signal. We got in on this 15-minute candle here while it was forming. We flushed down into this 50% retracement mark, and that's where I took off some of my position. Then my next target was 450, or sorry, 40,500. I took off the entire position here at this level here because we caught about a 220 point move from start to finish. And I also added an NQ short position. Okay. So with this one, I shorted the NQ. We go to a little bit higher time frames, got in on this candle here, alerted it to the chat once it closed. People definitely got a better fill than me on this wick up. And then we had this push down, and we were able to catch a really nice entry on a trade to the downside. So I did go short the futures here. Might be a little more clear on the 15-minute. Yeah, so it was like on this pullback right here. I took an entry when we were pushing up here and went short there. And we had NQ, first of all, had some sell signals, orange bars, which means multiple time frame sell signals. And then on top of that, we go to the 30-minute. And you can see we had sell signals on this one. And then on top of that, we go to the QQQ. So QQQ had sell signals on the 30-minute, but also on the 15-minute. So right here, you can see there were sell signals in here. This is where I actually entered. So I entered in here. We had this pushback, came back, was a little red, and then boom, we had this flush. And I was looking for us to initially go fill this gap here on this level right around here. So my target was 474. So that was the trade on that one. And that's the reason why I closed YM, because I was also short the NASDAQ. So it is Friday. You don't want to give all your gains back on a Friday, but when we saw the opportunity, we had to be aggressive. And so YM, about a 220 point move. And then NQ, we got in right around 19,800, just above it, and went short there, and then caught about a 100 point move there. And then we also went short QQQ options, which this is what I alerted. I said on live that if I was going to go short QQQ, I was also gonna take an NQ position short as well. And so I took the NQ short position on my own, and then I alerted this here, which it ended up going 45%, and we caught a nice move to the downside. Now we are out. If I told them if you want to leave runners, you can see if we can go all the way down into this area. You can see the sell signals are still valid. So we could see some continued weakness into the end of the day. But I right now, the only position I'm currently in is CONL. Now, this someone had let me know on live about this. I had no idea what this was, and he had told me, shout out to him, Harry. He kind of gave me this ticker, right? Because I was looking at trading coin into earnings, and I was trying to find a cost efficient way for all of the members. And so we're essentially trading coin because it's the exact same thing. It's just a cheaper way to do it, and we're taking shares. And so basically what we're looking for is I'm looking for, if we go to the weekly, we take the fib extensions from this weekly time frame. Weekly time frame looks awesome. It looks like a nice bull flag trading above the anchored VWAP, and it looks like we're ready to run. Now, I took a few different fib extensions and went here, and then took a fib extension and went here. And so now we've kind of got a cluster up here. So what I'm looking for is, we dive down into the lower time frames. I'm initially looking for, can we break up? So you can see here's a little bit of a cluster. This is probably where we'll see some resistance, right? It's those highs, blah, blah, blah. So that's the first thing. So I think we'll take off some of our position here at the highs. And then here's our next kind of cluster of resistance. And then ultimately, final target is up here at this really high resistance in the 618 from the other retracement. So that's the target from there. So these are kind of our clusters that we're looking at for potential targets. Right now, we're up pretty nicely. We're up 7% on the shares for CONL, and we're going to let this play out. I am watching this based on the weekly time frame. I just needed to hold above this anchored VWAP, and we can potentially see a nice run with Bitcoin stocks looking really good. So hope this helps. So just to recap, 220 points short on YM, added an NQ position. That was good for about 100 to 120 points, and then 45% on QQQ puts. And the only thing we have left is we're holding these longer term CONL shares. And a big reason I decided to go with shares is because if I want to hold it through earnings, I can, and it's not going to have to screw around with implied volatility and all that good stuff. So hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.